Hi everyone. Today I want to show you how to take film that you've developed and it's fully dry and put it in a contact sheet or put it in a negative file, which is one of these. So when you get your film, it's going to look like this and there's going to be a clip on it. The clip should go back in the film drying cabinet for someone else to use. And then of course this sheet of paper, you can recycle this. So make sure you do that. Now, when you get your film, it's going to, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you can see that there is going to be a dark part. That is the lead. That was the part that got exposed. And then, of course, we have this part at the end that also has a little bit of exposure. And for the pieces, you can fit up to 5 pieces in the negative file. And if you have like a singleton left over, you actually want to cut it long. So let me explain. So I'm going to start at this end over here. And when I handle my film, if you notice, I'm always handling it by the edges. I never pick up and touch the actual film because the schmutz on my hands, the oils on my hands will come up on the film. So I'm going to come over to this far piece over here, and I'm not going to cut right up to the edge. I'm going to cut a little bit past. And then I can cut up to 5 pieces here. And let me see, I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll cut 4 here. And I cut along the space between the negatives. And then for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna cut a little bit of it extra. If you had like one negative all by itself, you would actually want to cut a long piece so you can handle it better. You don't want a tiny little negative. So you cut these into long strips like this, and then you take your negative file and you're going to write your name on your negative file so that you know that this is yours. And you can also write like notes about it. So I could say like, these are portraits of my daughter. And again, I'm trying to be really careful how I handle these negatives. I always want to just touch them by the sides, and you can see they slide these in here like so. And if the negatives are wet, by the way, they will get stuck and they won't go in. So make sure that your hands are totally dry and the negatives themselves are totally dry. So if you just developed your negatives, you're not going to be able to do this on the same day or at the same time. Usually it takes the negatives about an hour and a half to 2 hours to dry. So I'm trying to slide these in. You can be a little stubborn sometimes. So I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so negatives are in there. So anything left over, like this extra film, that's garbage. This gets put back in the cabinet, and of course the scissors get put away. And then your negatives, when you're not using them, put them in your cubby. That's the safest place for them. You don't want to take them home with you because we're going to be using them in the class and they can get damaged and transport home. You know, eventually these are yours to keep forever, but you want to keep these here in the school. And the next step is I'm going to show you how to make a contact sheet from these so you can see a preview of what all the images are going to look like.